What's up, guys? I'm back after some not so popular demand, but I did have some requests to come back and start making YouTube videos again. But here's a video on catching you guys up on what I've been going through lately. Not really going through, but just some of the shit I've been dealing with. So let's go back, beginning of the NFL football season, and Colin Kaepernick's whole refusing to stand for the national anthem because he thinks black lives are being oppressed and being treated unfairly by law enforcement officers. So on my personal Facebook page, I voiced my opinion that I thought it was disrespectful to our military and law enforcement officers, especially coming from Kaepernick, someone that was raised in an upper middle class family after his black father abandoned him and his white mother put him up for adoption. So I couldn't understand where he was coming from because it's not something he's ever had to deal with. So I put on there that it was disrespectful, especially the worst part about it was he decided to make this on September 11th. You know, I understand you want to bring that to people's attention that you think it's unfair. But not on September 11th. That is not your day, and it never will be. It's one of the biggest terrorist attacks we've had against the U.S. ever. And you want to disrespect everybody that put their lives up on that day just to make a statement, because your career's in such a decline anyway, nobody even cares about you. But I guess when you can no longer hack it as a quarterback in the NFL, you just do whatever you can to get some national attention. Otherwise, you just be forgotten about. But anyway, I had some negative backlash on my Facebook about the post, about how I was being racist and how it wasn't fair to me to make such a judgment when I'm not of a minority race, apparently. So I didn't know what I was talking about, and I was just being a racist bigot. It's far from the truth. I'm accepting of everybody. I don't care what their race is. I don't care what their religion is. I don't care if they're gay, lesbian, transsexual. I mean, I'm accepting of all that. Doesn't matter to me. That's your life, not mine. But after that, another week went by or so, and he finally decided to start kneeling and not just sitting down and staring at the ground, being completely disrespectful. So that kind of blew over. And now we'll go on to the next topic that's happened over the weekend. So then this weekend there was a bomb that went off in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, and then another one that went off in Manhattan in the Chelsea neighborhood. And they didn't have a suspect to begin with, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out that it's most likely going to be Islam. I mean, we're of Muslim faith. Not because I'm being anti-Islam. That's just their track record. That's what they do. They set off bombs and try to hurt as many people as possible that are completely innocent. But I was just a broad speculation to say, I was just thinking to myself, I never mentioned it, that I thought it was someone of Muslim faith, but of course it was going through my mind. And then yesterday, when the subject was captured, being a smartass, and they announced who he was, I put on Facebook that Islam is a peaceful religion, and said that that's what all liberals say because they do. So it's just the truth. Well, I had some likes on it, and then I just had someone stirring the pot on that, saying saying how that if I had ever been out of the country and if I even knew what I was talking about and how I should be more accepting of them and this and that. And so after a long and drawn out argument on the subject between me and this, it was a boy I went to high school with, then of course a bunch of my friends came and stood up for me and pretty much how everybody else feels about what went on. The boy still wouldn't just leave the subject alone, so I had to block him on Facebook just to get him to shut up. So then today, I went on YouTube. Spent a lot of time on there, obviously. But I went on YouTube and I was watching somebody I'm subscribed to. His name's Casey Neistat. You might have heard of him. He's got well over 4 million followers on YouTube. And he went around the New York area interviewing people, saying what they thought about the situation and if it was affecting how they were living their lives every day. And the 5 or 6 people we interviewed were like, oh no, we feel completely safe, everything's back to normal, and we don't feel threatened living here. So they're just trying to like scoot under the rug like it never happened. I mean, I don't know what that's going to solve, but whatever. I don't live in New York. Wouldn't mind to visit it someday, but I don't know. I don't understand that rationality. And yes, I do know the statistics of being killed by a terrorist attack is 1 in 3.5 million, so most likely not going to happen ever. I mean, the odds are in your favor of it not happening, so it's just not something I could forget about the next day and continue on my life. I don't know, I'm not out to hurt people like they are. I don't understand how people can just be accepting of their lifestyle of killing in the name of their God. No other religion does that. I mean, maybe they do, but not to the extent that Muslims do, or Islam extremists, or whatever. But hey, I guess I'm the racist, Islamophobic bigot, so what do I know? But today, I always check the headlines on the news on like Yahoo News or whatever, just see if there's anything going on. And the only thing any news station was concerned about today was that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were getting a divorce, and what were they going to do with their 6 kids and their multi-millions of dollars, like $150 million. Yeah, that's important. No. The only subject I haven't talked about lately or stated my opinion on is the whole pipeline ordeal going through sacred Indian grounds in North Dakota. That's just not something I want to get into. It's probably not right for them to go through their ancient burial grounds or whatever it is, because, I mean, we already kind of took over their land 300 years ago, so I don't know why we would continue to do so with whatever land they have left. But that's it. That's all the serious stuff I'm talking about. Done. Tired of it. Gonna move on to more humorous stuff, and I don't know, try not to get yelled at on Facebook by people I really know, or barely know, whatever. Now, on to some better news. So, on September 10th, the week leading up to that, I told my girlfriend of 10 years, I said, we never get out and go visit some of the more scenic places here in West Virginia that like other couples go to and take pictures and stuff like that. And I just kept leading up to setting her up pretty much. So she's like, yeah, we should go do that sometime. I was like, yeah, we can go to Cooper's Rock or Spruce Knob or Blackwater Falls or one of the other scenic overlooks in West Virginia, Seneca Rocks maybe. And she's like, yeah, that sounds good, but I could tell she's a little suspicious because I'm a creature of habit and don't like to do things out of the ordinary most of the time. So the next day after I set the hook, pretty much, I went to the jeweler and bought an engagement ring. So, and when that Saturday came up, the 10th, she came over and we went to Spruce Knob, and when she wasn't paying the slightest bit of attention, I asked her to marry me. And I don't know if it was from elevation sickness or what, but she actually said yes. So. If there's anything good that comes out of this video, there's that.
Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I won't be there soon to wake you so discreet.
But that's it. I'm done talking about all the serious stuff that is all in the news headlines that is just controversial and everybody has a different opinion on. I know it makes for a lot of controversy and people probably get a laugh out of my thoughts about it and people that attack me for it, but I don't know. I'll try not to offend anybody for at least a week, maybe 3 days, something like that. All right, till next time, I'll see you later. Oh yeah, I'll try to keep this a little more regular and get it back to a weekly basis, hopefully.